Arkulusrex coming at you live with some more Final Fantasy II. We absolutely were getting ourselves thrashed at the end of that last one. We barely survived making it back down to, I forget the names of these places. Starts with a G, though. Gytra? I've got the map here. Getria. According to this map, this is probably a translation that might be a little bit different than the English version. Getria. Say Getria. Yeah, we're absolutely getting owned on the way back there. We barely made it back. We died several times. There was many a reset. The one thing I want to start this one off with is I want to head back east and see if there's some weapons and armor that I just have overlooked and some spells potentially that I've overlooked. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit every town on the way. We'll start here. I'm not worried about Althea. That one's fine. But I'm mainly worried right now in this town about potential spells that I've missed. We'll just do the round here. Is there nothing here? No spells here, or did I totally walk right by it? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's have a look up here. Oh, there it might be right up there. No. Okay, so there's no spells here. Interesting. Very interesting. And how are we doing for items? I know we need a lot of eye drops. We need a lot of eye drops, and someone should use this sleep. I think we're gonna switch up a little bit and give. Oh, he already knows that spell. I want to give it to Gordon. That seems like a waste. Ems is already getting full of spells, so we want to ration these out a little bit. We want eye drops, because when we go back up there, my god, do we get just red eyes. We need Visine. Alright, so... no spells here. Very interesting. We'll buy these eye drops now, while it's on my mind. Hold on, I have to clean this controller. I don't know what I touched and I was playing. Be right back. We're back. Back for some Final Fantasy. Yes, eye drops. I think I just bought a Purify. That's alright though. We're gonna go with this for now. We'll just check our items. Yeah, we've got a lot of eye drops now. So we've got 7. Let's actually buy one more. Let's make this a nice even double party Visine for everybody. Alright. So we're gonna head east. We're gonna cross our T's, dot our I's, and get as many spells, armors, things like that is we need, because we have a lot of money right now to do it. We're just gonna run here if we can. I want to make this trip hopefully as quick as possible so we can get back and start grinding. I feel like this is gonna be a bit of a grindy day. But that's alright, it's gotta happen. I'm starting to put together some videos for Final Fantasy 1 that I played through, and I have 17 videos, and if I do the math, I think I played that game for about 54 hours. Yeah, so I spent way too long with that one. I probably, in hindsight, could probably have done it in like 35 to 40 with my understanding of what's going on there now. But I did a lot of like exploration and messing around, and the second time I went back to fight Chaos, I made sure I could kill him, because I didn't want to do that gauntlet again. Alright, so this I think is Poft. I should try and memorize. No, this is Halum. We're not worried about the inn. We're literally just gonna check out weapons, armor, spells, all that sort of stuff. Halum. Yeah, silver. We don't want anything silver anymore, which I think we might end up being sort of stuck on silver, but we gotta check just in case we're missing some stuff. Nothing there, that's fine. I was thinking about, so I've got this NES RGB modded, and I was thinking about potentially whether or not it's worthwhile to RGB mod a Super Nintendo. It doesn't make as drastic a difference as this does. So we got Cure, Ruse, Fog, and Shield. Everybody's got Cure. We've got Ruse. We've actually got all of those. So we're just gonna give that a miss. It doesn't make as drastic a difference as, excuse me, as the NES RGB mod, but it does still make a difference. And I feel like because this has such good video quality, I might just do it just to keep the consistency of like a good quality video going. So we can 32 gold, we can just go to Poft. Maybe we just do that. Oh, well, the ship's not out there. The ship's over at the other side. So we got burned with this last time. We're just gonna have to hoof it. The Genesis doesn't need an RGB mod, which is nice. That's RGB out of the box. I've got really good quality cables to run component with that, so that's already good to go. PlayStation's already RGB. There's not a whole lot of video stuff you can do to improve the PlayStation 1. The Nintendo 64, I think I'm gonna go HDMI mod. I'm leaning towards HDMI mod for that. It already looks pretty good with the retro tink. It's not too bad. I could probably get away with just the retro tink, but I feel like just in the support of like clarity, I might RGB mod that as well. And then with PS2, that's already about as good as it's gonna get, just with some component cables. So that can be whatever. If I was gonna PS2 mod, it would probably be for software that's not something I own. That'd probably be where I would lean, because there's so many PlayStation 2 games. And I'd probably lean towards doing something like that with the Xbox as well. Well, this is a pain. Can we run? We're like way overpowered, so we should be able to. Yeah, sweet. But the next one for me to stress about is the Super Nintendo, and I've got a ways before we get to that, because we'll be doing the Genesis for a while. We got this for a long time yet too. I'd say at the rate I'm currently doing, it's going to be about 2 more years before the NES is done. Unless we can get like a really good run of games, I feel like the games that we have been getting have been averaging over 10 hours. The quickest one was Skate or Die. I think we were like an hour and a half on that one. Probably could have been done quicker had I known what the clear requirement was, and once I googled it I realized I'd cleared it much sooner. But that's okay. We got some good results. We got high scores on everything in that. We'll try another run. Where are we at on the map? So we would, okay, then we can go to the snow place as well after this. Okay, that's the pub. That's the inn. It's up here. Here we go. Armor's up here. We might not actually find anything. And then I've been thinking about getting like a modded Game Boy Color and getting the EverDrive for that. Apparently you can get them with like IPS screens now, which would be crazy. Yeah, we're still just rocking silver in here. It'll probably end up being just a few spells we pick up. But that's okay, because if I learned anything from the first game, you need more spells than you think you do. We got Cure, Ruse, Fog, and Shield. We've got all those already, so we are sweet to get out of here. So there'll be a town over there that we do need to go to, but we've got that snow village as well. We'll go up there. I'm trying to think about what game would I like to play next. It's so hard though, because I don't know the NES very well. And I know I've got some really tough games on there, like Battletoads is meant to be extremely challenging. Some people say it is, and some people say it isn't. Because of how limited my platforming experience is, I'm gonna say it's gonna be extremely challenging. If Double Dragon was challenging for me, I'm gonna say that Battletoads will be more challenging than that. That's what I'm guessing. I would give Double Dragon like a 8 out of 10 for difficulty, because that game just... it sucks to play. We got a mace, we got a battle axe, we got a long bow and a long sword. What's the bow that everybody's got equipped here? Silver. You would think the silver one would be better. He's got long. We should probably get him a silver one, I guess. I didn't realize he had a long one. Just a bunch of woodens. That's potions. Here we go. So I need to see I might have all of these spells. I don't think I have anti. I don't even know what that does yet. I do have the spell list here. Zap doesn't do anything that I've noticed, unless we use it on like really, really low level enemies. Maybe it does. What was it called? Anti. It might be white magic. Let me have a look. Sap/rasp reduces enemy magic points. I mean, let's get it to have it. And we'll give that to Ark. What am I doing? Item. Give that to Ark. He's gonna be our second sort of spellcaster. Alright, so we're done here. We've got every spell that we need in this area. And then we'll head just back down south where we just were, and we'll get that silver bow for Gordo. Let's try this zap spell just out of sheer curiosity. See, it's only targeting one. Let's see what happens. Ineffective. I've never seen this thing work. We'll keep trying it every once in a while and see if anything sort of ticks over. Yep, going the wrong way. I'm happy to fight one guy. He's just gonna go down immediately anyways. Alright, so we're after a silver bow from here. That's defense. And then we'll switch that out and we'll sell the other one. Just so we have the bag space and we don't forget. Oh, that's a huge improvement. Nice. Not that Gordon's gonna do anything, but we might as well give him an opportunity. It is so annoying how this is organized. Hold on a second. I need to just like address some things. Alright. That makes a little more sense. Now I'm OCD about it. There. Alright. So, Gordon's got the best weapon he can have now. Excuse me. Alright, so we'll head over to the next town. What's it called? What's it called? Oh no, I just closed it. Reopen. We're going to Bafisk. I don't know how to say it. Can't run. Can't run. Oh, you're kidding me. That was a good hit. Do 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 do. Spent ages, well, I spent 3 hours on the weekend cleaning up some games. Probably nearly 20 games. And I finally found this cleaner. In the States, they've got something called Goo Gone. They don't have that here in Australia. They do have something, though, I found called Dissolve It. And it removes like stickers and stuff that have been like stuck on things for ages. Man, does that work a charm. So good. So I spent probably cleaned up about 20 games over 3 hours. Obviously that's a long time for some people to just sit there and do that, but I just like chilled out, watched some YouTube. And yeah, they all turned out incredibly well. Some of them came out and they look like almost brand new. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I might just grab like 10 games at a time and slowly work through all these. Probably take me the rest of the year, but that is something I want to do, is just clean them all up and make sure that they all look presentably nice. So we're going to go back down here. And I don't remember how much we actually explored of this town. We're just going to give it a proper explore. I think we've had a reasonable look. I think that's like a resurrection thing. Yeah. I think we've had a pretty reasonable look around here. I just can't remember if we need some spells, so I was like, we better just in case have a look. Fear, heal 1, heal 2, and mute. So we don't have any of these spells yet. Let's see what we might want. Fear. Enemies are induced to flee. I don't feel like that works really well too often in games. We have heal 1, cures temporary status ailments. Really? Is that what that does? So like, could I cure the dark? And then we've got heal 2, cures permanent. Okay, so we clearly need both of those. And then we've got mute, inflicts mute status. That would be good on like a excuse me, like a caster. Whoever has the heal, we're gonna give them both of them. We'll give them both to Ark. So he'll be able to do status ailments, and maybe that'll take care of the eye drop thing. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. And now fear enemies are induced to flee. Let's skip that one, and let's do the mute instead. We'll give that to M's. Yeah. Cool beans. All right, well, awesome that we came back here because we definitely needed some of those spells. Now, head over here. All right, we've got swords, weapons. Nothing there. That's cool. That's good. Saves us a bit of money. And then we've got defense. Wooden. Yeah, okay. Sweet. And I think this is the last town. So the only thing we were really missing was a silver bow for Gordon and a bunch of spells. Now, the fastest way is probably to go down and get the chocobo and then head back. So we're going to do that. And the mute is probably something I want to use fairly exclusively on wizard or caster types. If it's like in most games anyways. Garlic. Garlic. That's different. No idea what that is. Probably maybe use it against vampires or undead. There was that vampire chick last time that absolutely destroyed us. Bigfoots. Maybe this will be a half decent fight. Yeah, we're climbing up on. We're approaching the 18-hour mark on this one. That was where I was right around where we finished up TMNT. It was at 18 hours. So this is already taking a good chunk of time. I expect to put at least another 20 hours into this. We'll see though. It does feel like it's been moving a lot faster than the first one for me. And a lot of that's just probably because I know a bit more about it. We are going to try Zap again. See how we go. Ineffective. Is it ever effective? Is there a world where Zap ever works? So far, I've probably cast that a half a dozen times and never seen it do anything. We'll line ourselves up with the bottom of the castle, and then we'll go down and get the chocobo. Sprint our way all the way back. Actually, we could probably just keep riding that thing around just to do some discovery. Maybe we do that, just to see what's all the way north past the ship. Yeah, Gordon. Absolutely Gordoning. Let's go. Get a little chocobo. Can we give it an item and just like permanently have this little guy? What if we play the chime? No. What if we torch him? No. What about, hear me out, Sunblaze? No. Okay. It's very weird that you can discover it and it's kind of worthless other than to get you back. You can't keep using it. So we're gonna take this bad guy as far as we can. Oh, we won't be able to take him all the way up north. Because there's a cutoff up there, isn't there? Yeah, you gotta cross the water. Oh well, it was a fun thought. We going the right way still? Yep. And this is where we have to say goodbye, my friend. Ride this river up a little bit. We can get across here. Finn was too strong. They were hitting for like 500 damage, so we know we definitely need to avoid that. Alright, I think we're gonna go a little bit further north and then we're gonna save. Can we try this mute here on that bad boy? Bane. So many spells just don't work. I mean, fair enough, it's the first time I've ever used it, but come on, give me a break. Well, there's like a threshold of like where these guys start getting tough. So we're gonna save here. Oh, wow. Okay. Save it here. Curious if there's something at the end of this. I don't know if I ever looked. No. You just get absolutely stuck right there. Okay. Here we go. Now we're getting some good guys. Why did I say run? Run should be at the bottom. Should be the last thing you want to do. No, we're gonna try this damn mute again. We'll definitely take this top guy out, hopefully. Do. I wanted to see if his damn mute was going to work. Well, Zap is fucking worthless. I think everybody's got silver helmets. I'll just double check. Just in case. Silver. 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 Wooden. Alright, we'll switch that out then. Oops. Need to go back to equip. Were rats. Do. You watch me, like, go up there without a problem. It'll be getting back that's a problem. I guarantee you. I guess the good thing is I can technically just save wherever I want. So, if I do get, well, in the open world. So if I do get to a point where I just need to stop, save. That's an option. Excuse me. Alright, so let's chuck a couple of heals here. More were-rats. Do. Got some leveling up going on. It's a slow process, but we are getting there. Nah, we'll try this mute spell again. We'll give it a few cracks before we absolutely just give up on that piece of shit. I'd rather have one really good hit on one target than just a bunch of piddly-ass hits. Yeah, ineffective. You did. So we know we're not going to pull another Final Fantasy on the NES, but there is still games like Dragon Warrior, and I think there's another RPG as well. I can't remember. Well, I'm just gonna have to exit, I guess. I know there's Dragon Warrior. Actually, maybe that is the only other, like, RPG. Turn-based RPG, at least. I got 9 hours of sleep last night, and I woke up, and I still felt like crap. And I think it might be, so we, on the weekend, we decided we were gonna try a potato diet, which is where you just eat potatoes. You can pretty much eat almost as much as you want. Like, you can eat like 2 kilos a day of potatoes. So I was like, let's do this potato diet, because I was like, I love potatoes. Let's just switch it out with a cure down here. And then we'll give that to somebody right now, just because it was free. Should we give it to Gordo? Let's give it to Gordo. We got blind now. Gordo, why don't you have Zap too? We don't want Zap. Zap sucks. Yo, it's the Plague! How are you, man? Good to see ya. So yeah, we tried this, well, I suggested we try this potato diet, because I was like, I love potatoes. I could eat potatoes for the rest of my life. And yeah, I was like, sweet. My missus was like making a bunch of different potatoes, and the thing is, you're not supposed to season them or do anything fun with them. You're supposed to just like have just potatoes. Dude thinks he's Irish. Yeah, we're spudding over here. Absolutely spudding buds. So we're eating these potatoes, and today I was at work and I fasted all day, and I had such a headache. Now at the same time, I'm not having any caffeine at the moment. So I had this mad headache at work, and we had this like 3.5 hour meeting at work, and I was like struggling through it. Anyways, we get to the end of the meeting, and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna go take a break. And I take a break, and my head's just not getting better, and I come back, and I'm starting to get like blurry vision and shit, and I'm just like, ah, damn it. And I'm starting to get mad depressed. I don't know if you can relate, but sometimes when you diet, you just like, you get so upset with the world, you're just like, why? So I got home, and there was like chicken and potatoes in the fridge, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have this chicken as well, just so I can like get past this like absolute struggle I'm going through right now. I was so hungry, and I was just like depressed as all hell. And so I ate this chicken. Oh, first of all, I microwaved the chicken and potatoes, and I pulled it out of the microwave, and it smelled so bad. It smelled like potatoes, and I was kind of revolted. I was nearly gagging. I was just like, oh. Anyways, I ate it as much as I could, and I just like shoveled it in. Didn't enjoy it one bit, and I was like, oh. Picked up the girlfriend from work. Used to do intermittent fasting, and by 12 p.m. you start counting down the minutes to start eating. Yeah, I don't mind intermittent fasting, but with dieting as well, it was just too much. I was struggling so hard, and I picked up the girlfriend, and I was just like, I am not in a good mood. I was like, I'm depressed, I'm upset, I'm moody, I'm all these things. And she's like, all right, what are we gonna do? She's like, I can make some mashed potatoes. And I was like, I don't fucking want to look at a potato right now. I was so over the thought of a potato. So she's like, oh, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want a burrito, and I don't want to feel like a dick for eating a burrito. So we got a burrito, and I'll tell you what, I feel great. I feel fantastic. Post burrito life is great. But we are gonna keep doing a lot of potatoes. We're just gonna mix in some like really lean meats and still keep it pretty like pretty reasonable. No sauces or anything like that. We're sort of just trying to figure out something we can do 5 days a week and stick to it. But pure potatoes, I'll tell you what, I'll probably never try that again. The smell of it, man. Ooh. I'm a big fan of intermittent fasting because for me, it's when I start eating, it becomes a problem. Okay, I may have gone too far north. We went too far north. Your potatoes in the garden are about ready to harvest. We'll be having mash for the next 2 months. I will say this. I genuinely love potatoes, but having them without salt, without a tiny bit of butter. Actually, you know what? Butter's not even the main thing, but without salt or some sort of like spices mixed in, it is such a struggle to like try and palate through that. But I ate this burrito, and it wasn't like a huge burrito, just a normal burrito. And I ate it so slow because I was just trying so hard have it last as long as possible. It took me like half an hour to eat it, and I was like in heaven eating it. But it did take probably another 20-30 minutes after I finished eating it before I fucking started to feel good again. And my headache's gone. This is probably a party wipe. I went too far north. That's awesome you got a garden though. I don't have the patience for that, unfortunately. just gonna let him wipe. Let us wipe. Alright, where are we? Alright, so this... Ooh, what was that? So there is something just to the north of us there. A load of your plants started dying while you were in recovery mode. Oh, they're so temperamental, man. I've tried plants over and over and over, and they look great for like the first week or two, and then I just kill them. I wish I could do better. I really do. I think I overwater them. I had someone gift me a plant once, and I tried so hard to keep it alive. Like, I changed the soil and made like the soil that's supposed to like feed it as well and like help it grow. I did that and I still killed it. Only survivors were potatoes and tomatoes. Don't even like tomatoes, just hoping to make sauces out of them. I can't eat tomatoes. I'm not super good with vegetables, but tomatoes are one that I can just never. I don't like the squishiness of them. It's not for me. I like red onion. Red onion's fucking good. Red onion is delicious. Getting some levels here. Do we dare go in? If we do, we need to heal. Can't eat a tomato, but can eat anything that's made with tomato. Yeah, I think I'm pretty similar, to be honest. I love like spaghettis and pizzas and things like that, but actual tomatoes, I just can't do it. I wish I could. I wish I could just be one of those people that enjoys eating all the vegetables, but I wasn't raised that way. Yeah, I can have red onion on most things. It's so good. I don't mind normal onion, but red onion just hits different. And I've really been getting into when we get Mexican, I've been getting the spicy stuff. I've been getting into that. Whereas a year ago, you wouldn't have caught me dead doing spicy. Alright, let's see if we can take these boys out. Oh, he went down quick. That's what we want. Do 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 do. You're off the deep end with your diet. Now, in a good way or in a bad way? Like, are we talking you're fully into it, or are we talking the Titanic's going down, no one's surviving? We already went to the left last time. Had chicken wraps last night, which was relatively healthy, and then followed with ice cream and chocolate bar. Now I have McDonald's breakfast. You know what, man? You sound so much like me. The only difference is I can surprisingly do really well staying away from sweets. It's savory. It's savory. And like fried chicken. Oh my god. I love fried chicken. Oh, we got some new mice here. We got some stunners. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Man, fried chicken, pizza, Mexican. What's wrong with me? Now I like just saying it out loud. I'm upset with myself. Anyway. I hope you're recovering well, man. Are you back at work and all that jazz? I'm guessing you're... are you working again? Because I think you were working from home, weren't you? I think we can deal with the paralyze. I think we can deal with that. Let's get one of these guys down. Working good, man. Good man. Much better. Managed to sleep on your side for the first time in over a week, so that's good. Yeah, good man. I haven't had anything really bad medically in a long time. But when I was a kid, far out, man, I might as well have just lived in the fucking hospital. I was always getting hurt. The last annoying thing I had was the tooth removal. In hindsight, that wasn't too bad. I had a bad headache for about a week, but that was about it. My sinuses were a little bit messed up. Okay, I know there was a door the other way, and now I'm like, maybe we should go back. Nah, let's just keep going. Geist. I did manage to grab a few more GameCube games the other day. Got Mario Party 5, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Batin Chaos, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, and one of the Prince of Persia games. I think it was A Warrior Within. I had it for 20 bucks at CEX, and I was like, yep, 100%, give me that. I'll take that. 20 bucks is so cheap for a GameCube game here. Saint Cathedral, how you doing? Welcome back, good sir. Good to see you again. The Billy Hatcher one, I had never heard of. I'd put it on my list, and I was like, this seems like a weird kooky title, and I was like, I'll definitely give this a shot. That one was pretty expensive. That one was 70. But I was, honestly, anytime I find GameCube games on my list, I'm stoked at the moment. Yeah, from the Sonic team. That was one of the first GameCube games you had as a kid. That is so cool. I think these guys messed us up royally last time. Let's see how we go. Ark's attacks are getting a little bit better now. Yeah, that Billy Hatcher game, it looks so interesting. Alright, so that one went down pretty easily. Billy Hatcher, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and Super Mario Sunshine. Nice. I actually grabbed a Sonic game for the PlayStation 3. Sonic Generations. I don't know Sonic much. Like, I played a little bit of it on the Genesis when I was a kid. Probably Sonic 2 and Sonic, was it Pinball or 3D? One of those two. And then I hadn't touched a Sonic game. Sonic Tennis on the Xbox 360. Sonic 06 is a cursed game. I don't think I would have had that on my list. I tried to do reasonable research. There might be some, well, look, I tried to do reasonable research, but I played, what was it called? David Crane's A Boy and His Blob. That was awful. Sonic 06 is a very, very broken game. Oh no, Theo's dead. I reckon we can power through these guys. Nice. I don't mind playing games that are a little bit shit. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's enjoyable. Trying to think. Oh, we got on the PS2 because I'm now an Avatar fan. We got another PS2 Avatar game. So we've got 2 of those now for my partner and I to play through. But she's still heavy into Assassin's Creed Shadows at the moment, so I'm not sure when we're gonna get around to that yet. Honestly, fighting 4 of them was a little bit tough, but once it started to whittle them down, it wasn't too bad. I love how they just leave him behind. They're just like, see ya! How we doing? She's used a lot of magic. Holy shit. And then there was, I was talking to John about this the other day. I don't know if you guys remember, but on PlayStation 2, they released a game called Splashdown, which was like their competitor to Wave Race. And I didn't give it a very good chance as a kid, but I heard someone talking about it on YouTube, and they were saying how like underrated it is, and I'm like, you know what? It probably is really good, and I just, as a kid, for whatever reason, didn't give it enough time. What do we want to do now? Let's see if we can get rid of this. No, not that. Actually, we should just use an item. We need some items used up. So yeah, I want to look into getting Splashdown 1 and 2 as well. And if I see him in a couple of weeks when we're in Sydney, I'll just pick one up. Oh, you never heard of it? No, that's fair, because I don't think it was a super well-known game. I think the Switch 2 is prime for a Wave Race comeback. And I think the reason that they don't is because I think having depth in racing games is really hard nowadays with people's expectations of what games need to be. But I'd love to see another Wave Race. Actually, we'll just get one down, hopefully. Oh, you never heard of it either. Okay, maybe that was just like one of those niche ones that I don't know. I don't think I owned it. I think I rented it back in the day. When we used to rent games as a kid, I'd get like 2 or 3 of them for the weekend. And then it would turn out only one of them was very good. So you'd just play one of them. Or at least one of them was significantly better than the other one, so you'd just play that one. For me, that was always when we rented, like, wrestling games. I'd always just play the wrestling game. It'd be like wrestling on the N64, and I'd just get absolutely stuck into it, and nothing else mattered. Ooh, that was a good hit. More hits, more hits, more. And I don't know about over there, but EB Games here, I'm not sure if you guys have EB or GameStop, depending where you are, But EB Games here has finally started selling retro, which is great because it's at least more competition. And they had some PS1 games at my local store. They had Tekken, Tomb Raider 2, they had some racing game and some sports game. But I'm just excited that every time I go into the EB now, there's a shot that I might run into something good. I actually grabbed, what was it? Motorstorm Pacific Rift from EB. And there was something else as well a little while back that I wasn't expecting to pick up from EB, and I was like, oh damn, that's awesome. I noticed they're not putting out their PlayStation 4 games anymore. They're all in like the bins now. So it might be a good time to pick up some of those. I wanted to find Densha Day Go when I was in Japan, but I asked a few places and I couldn't find it, unfortunately. Can we? Let's go back. Is this gonna cure that? Let's try it. I think the next time I go to Japan, I'll just, I'll pace myself more. I felt like I was in such a rush because there was so much to see that I, in hindsight, wish I took a lot more time than I did. Is what it is. I mean, it's only a 10-hour flight from here, so it's very realistic that I can probably get there in a couple years. Okay, so that didn't remove that status effect. That's good to know. Let's just smash through this guy then. Oh my god, Gordon, you're hitting something, even with your glasses on. Oh, that was a good hit. Yeah, I said it last time. For real, this time when I go to Sydney, it's gonna be the last time I buy a bunch of games this year. I added up everything I spent on video games this year, and it's pretty ridiculous. Let's see if some of these spells work. Oh, I used the wrong spell before, that's why. So that gets rid of that. That's good to know. What about heal 1? That must mean no one needs it? I'm really hoping Sydney's got a more competitive market, because Brisbane was pretty expensive. I'll leave that there. If this is a dead end, that would be so fucking bad. Do we try a mute? Maybe we get lucky. Haven't had one land yet. Let's see how this goes. I probably need to focus on these guys at the back because they have spells to paralyze and like that's just so freaking annoying. Makes the fights last a lot longer. Going back to Wave Race, apparently there was one on the Game Boy. The first one ever was on the Game Boy. I only just learned this last week or something. I thought that was pretty interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, I wish they released more racing games like that now. But like with the lack of... Sorry. With the depth people expect out of games now, I just don't see how it's feasible unless it's like a straight up download. Hit it. Thank you. Why is he at the back? Is that just because he's got the darkness now? Could be, actually. Getting some gold built up here. We'll actually use one of these eye drops this time. Let's use a cure. Guys, I just realized I've blown over my break by 15 minutes. I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be right back in a few minutes with some more Final Fantasy II. Alright, we are back. We're working through this warship. Oh, I was waiting for it to be just like an empty room. Slowly working through this thing. Now these mages can absolutely F us up. So maybe we just work on taking one out. Hopefully we can get him out in this round. So we were talking about this potato diet and how awful of an idea it was. So we're gonna switch. And we're gonna do meat and potatoes only. But like we can't use any sauces or anything, and then next week we're just gonna do meat. Cause I've done like lower carb stuff before, and that seems to work for me. I don't sustain it forever, but usually helps me get to a better place. And that's what I need right now. I just need to like get myself moving in the right direction for some motivation. Why can't I attack anybody at the back? Try some fire. We'll double down on this fire. The hardest part is my job requires zero physical effort. And this is the first job in my life I've ever had like that. So I haven't accommodated my eating habits to suit. I'm not supposed to eat entire pizzas anymore. Apparently, not allowed. I had a pepperoni budget, and you know, it was like 100 pepperonis a week. And now I have to cut back. Okay, she's been effed up. Did he have? It was heal too, wasn't it? What did I just hit? I reckon she'll be able to pull that off. Let's just get this cat down this time. You said the exact same thing to your friend. Is that about the pepperoni budget? Do you have a pepperoni budget too? Actually, no, Gordon's supposed to be back. The other dude's not. Theo's not. Theo's just a wasted turd sitting back here right now. It would have been that dark that would have pushed him back, and I didn't realize. About how you can't eat an entire pizza anymore? Yeah. Just once that taste hits the tongue, it's just so hard to say no. Okay, he can't hit shit right now. Let's try ice on this dude. Yeah, I'm a bit of a pizza fan, unfortunately. On average, I probably have 2 or 3 a week. But I gotta get to a place where I can, I don't know, figure out how to. I'd like to lose 5 kilos would be a good start. 5 kilos would be a very good start. I didn't even pay attention if that ice did decent damage or not. There we go. $23 damage. That's better than the fire. I mean, I want to eat entire pizzas. I like eating entire pizzas. I wish I could just stick to that. And I know I could still eat them occasionally if I was smarter about it, but I'm not. I'm just not. I can fast all day, and then I can still eat too much food at night. Power. I don't know if this is... I probably just give it to Gordon. Should I just give someone the other one? I reckon maybe we should just give it to Theo. That'll do. Do-do-do-do. Let's use up these cures. It seems like they're not nearly as valuable in this version of the game. Or, sorry, the sequel here. We should be good for a fight. Stunners. Oh, we didn't do the darkness thing. Shoot. Oh, we didn't do a few things. That changes how I want to do this whole thing. Do. We have been getting into protein water quite a bit. I enjoy that. I feel like I prefer that over just normal protein powder. It's a lot more like refreshing to drink. And I can drink that like all day at work. Alright, let's actually do the things we need to do. And then Ems has got dark. So that's... She doesn't have it. Alright. Ark's got it, but we're gonna use some of... God damn it. We're gonna use some of these eye drops up. Nice. I mean, the staircase is here. It's gotta be here for a reason. We'll just take one out. And also, I don't know if we can warp out from here. Like, if we get into a tough situation... I haven't had that warp spell work. Oh, I had it work in the castle once. There was another dungeon where it didn't work at all, so there's like the possibility of it just failing straight up. Oh, that was good. Okay. Are they gonna be blocking every exit almost? Ooh, what are these things again? Eagles. Let's see what goes on with these guys. Oh, far out. That was a really good hit. That was crazy. I've been keeping an eye out every time I go, like, to anywhere that sells video games to see if anybody's got the Pixel remaster. I haven't found it yet. That might end up being an eBay purchase. Gordon! That's your biggest hit ever! My god. You might actually turn out to be half reliable down there. Probably not. Nice. That wasn't too bad of a fight at all. We'll do a little bit of healing here, I think. It's a little maze they've set up. It's amazing. Do we try and split the attack? See if we get lucky enough to take two out in one round. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. I love coming across new enemies in this game for the sheer fact of I want to see the sprites, the different like ones they've put together. I find it so interesting. You can do it, Theo. Yes. We'll get some good heals on him for the next fight. Yeah, levels. Everybody, move it up. Alright, get in there, Gordon. We're actually gonna go right after this Geist down here. And this guy. Hopefully we can take one of the Geists out straight up. Yes! Finally getting to that point. I caught a glimpse of somebody. They were streaming the Pixel remaster version of this, and it is insanely fast compared to this. Alright, this way. I really wanted to hit that mage right away. That sucks. Oh, nice. That's what I wanted. Poisoned heavily. I don't know what the hell's going on with their whiskers. I'm assuming that's their whiskers. It looks ridiculous. Alright, well, we're obviously getting a little bit stronger. These guys are going down quicker than they were before. Ark's really... his last, like, level must have made a huge difference. Who's got the... Should we use an item? Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's open there. I thought we had already gone all the way around. We could be towards the end of this warship, I'm not sure. And then we have to use either the torch or the sunblaze, I'm guessing. Nice. Hey, there we go. Oh, thank goodness only one of them got hit. They do pretty well, though, for being blind. I will say that. For being blind, they still seem to hit... Well, he missed there. But they still seem to hit fairly regularly. Nice. This feels very like one big fight maybe coming up, so let's just get everybody a little bit closer to the top. We have one to Theo. Gordon doesn't get hit too much, which is good, because he's weak as all hell. Oh shit, I didn't get the dark thing going. Can he use that on himself? wonder if you can only use it out of combat. I'm a little bit torn on whether I prefer this or the leveling system in the first one. Leveling system in the first one was a lot more clear-cut and defined. Uh-oh. Everybody's blind. I do like how in this, the second one, this one, you can kind of just do whatever you want with the magic. And like I'm getting by. There might be a point where it absolutely bites me in the ass and there's supposed to be a certain build I need to do. But for the moment, seem to be able to spread the magic out pretty well. Alright. Let's use a bunch of eye drops. Let's blow it. No, we have to save the princess first. What do you mean we have to save the princess first? Are you kidding me? So have I come the wrong way? What happens if we just blow it instead? Like, I barely know her. Okay, that doesn't look like we can. Alright, looks like we're going out. And there must be a different way to go. I wonder if it's quicker or just as quick to warp out. Because if I warp out, I can save it, and I won't lose any progress in case there's like a real crap fight at the end of this. I think we'll try it. Do. Alright, let's try this warp. Who's got it? There we go. Unknown energies disturbing the spell. I had a feeling. Be a long walk back. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, beautiful. We're starting to get to that point. I'm loving it. I think we're going a little bit quicker now. Yeah, Gordon. These eagles can do a little bit of damage. I feel pretty confident we can take 2 of them out. They always go after Theo first, every time. Nice. Come on, Gordon. Nice. I wonder how big the next jump is, because I know like when I play the Pixel Remaster for 3, it's gonna be a big jump. But then when I switch back over to SNES, what's that gonna be like? Is it gonna be like a massive regression, or do they have a lot better systems than this? Very curious. And I think 6 is the last 2D one, if I'm not mistaken. And then everything after that's 3D. And I know this one was like a Japanese only exclusive for a while, but I don't know how long this has been easily accessible to like English speaking. It's hard to find a manual for it. I know that. I've had to just find like ones that have brief descriptions of the game, because the whole selecting the words thing, I did not understand that when I first started playing. It's doing a lot of back and forth because of that. I think we're almost there. Nice. Wonder... there's a couple of places this princess could be, I think. There was that jail cell right at the start of the game. Or right at the start of the warship. I think that's what I'm thinking of. It was just empty. Do. Can we get some good hits and take them out? Ooh, nice critical. Man, now that I've eaten that burrito, I feel so happy. It's amazing how much food can affect your mood. The last probably 3 or 4 hours of work, I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. I was so hungry. How we doing? We should probably do a little healing. Actually should save a little bit of that in case he needs to do any healing in the fights. We'll do one more. That's good enough. Good enough. Let's keep going. Let's find this princess. She's somewhere. Alright, so we can go to the right here. Do. I'm actually really looking forward to see how the Dragon Warrior games stack up to this, because I think they came out first. Nice. The only Dragon Warrior I've played though is actually Dragon Quest VIII. 8 and something that came out on Xbox One. It might have been 11, and I played through that for a little bit, maybe like 10, 15 hours. Oh, we got chests. Do. Come on, Gordon. Nice. That was a big hit, Gordon. Holy crap. Gordon's coming in the clutch now. You watch, Gordon's gonna get nice and built up, and then he's gonna fuck off from the party. Defense, that looks like maybe a dagger. Rident. Ice shield, suddenly monsters appear. Oh! We have a giant and a mage. I think we can one-shot the mage. Oh, that sucks. Oh. Oh, that giant hits hard. He hits very hard. Yeah, Gordon. Getting nothing done. Oh no. Alright, let's get this mage down. Let's blast a heal on Theo. What kind of magic can we do here? Cure lightning and ice. Let's try a lightning. And let's do a power on him. I don't know if power affects magic though. Oh! Oh no! Heyo! Welcome back, Rude. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. We were doing pretty well, and then this fight happened, and now I'm a little bit concerned. Let's try an ice. I feel like we have to cure now. The potential to be one shot is so high. And let's try to blind him. I doubt it, but see if we get lucky. 28 damage. Hope you've been well. It's good to see you in the stream again. Good to see you. Alright, we're gonna try another physical attack. We'll put Ruse on him. And a power. Let's see how this goes. The poor guy face planted in the middle cracks me. Yeah, he got a critical hit and he's got no chance. I didn't even see. Did he even get a physical hit off? I totally missed it. We'll do a double cure on him. Oh, he did. Okay, okay. Oh, no. I don't think we're going to be able to run. You got no shot, Gordon. Shit. Oh! That's about an hour and a half of progress I just lost. Yeah, we pushed it too close to the edge, unfortunately. Shit. Yeah. What could have been. Who else has ice? I forget. Theo must have it. Yeah. What could have been. We were doing pretty well until that fight. Like, I thought we might potentially clear that. I wonder if it's always attached to that chest. What do you mean nobody died? Screwed that up. We got any big Final Fantasy enjoyers in here? I'm guessing so. I'm guessing some of you are Final Fantasy enjoyers. I know very little about this game. There we go. Should probably get some heals across the board here. Holy crap, we lost a lot of progress. Yeah, what's Saint, what's your favorite Final Fantasy? Never seen or played Final Fantasy, and just a bored person at 5 AM and saw you were live. Well, thank you very much for joining us, but 5 AM, that means you're in the States somewhere. I'm guessing, is that East Coast or West Coast? Keep going, keep going. 9 and 15. I think I own 9. I moved everything around. I do own 9. Midwest closer to the West Coast. Yeah, okay. Oh, we may have had this conversation. I'm from Minnesota originally. 7 AM on the East Coast. Yeah, gotcha. South Dakota. I've been to South Dakota a couple of times, but not very far. Just kind of like, is it called Park Rapids or Grand Rapids? I feel like it's one of those two. That's where my mom's side of the family. She's got a few relatives there, around there. I don't know if they're still there, to be honest. I haven't talked to them in years. Northern Wisconsin, get out of here. Oh, they don't sound familiar? I could just be pulling that out of my ass then, I don't know. I feel like Rapids, something Rapids sounds familiar. Grew up just west of the Minnesota border, but live on the west side of the state now. Yeah, okay. Is that, is Minot North or South Dakota? My mom used to live in Minot. I can't remember. I'm struggling. This was a while ago. Now that I'm not in the States, my geography of the States is almost 0. That's North Dakota? Yeah, fair enough. I've been to Wisconsin a couple of times too, but I couldn't tell you where it was. It was a long time ago. We used to go down, there's a river that's like right on the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin that you can like inner tube down. It's not the Mississippi though. And we used to do that a couple of times. Oh, probably like 3 or 4 times when we were kids. That was pretty fun. I miss the snow. Oh my god, I miss the snow. I miss cold weather so much. I'm in Australia now. Long, long, long way from home. So here it's 9 PM on the dot. An ex brought me here, and I enjoyed it so much that when we split up, I stayed. It was an expensive process, though. Just the paperwork was $5,000. I think it's like $17,000 now. It's absolutely ludicrous. I better do some, I should have those items again. Yeah. Australia's awesome to visit. absolutely awesome. If I was gonna give you two things to do, it would be to do the Great Barrier Reef. And if you're the type of person who likes lots of different cultures and lots of different foods and lots of different like museums, art, pop culture stuff, then Melbourne is really cool as well. We visit Melbourne about once a year. It's really fun. I enjoy that. But the Great Barrier Reef is one of those things I'll never forget. That was just like one of those once-in-a-lifetime moments. You met a pretty awesome friend that lives in Australia, but can't remember where he lives. It's a big country, but it's definitely it's very likely that they're on the East Coast. Almost everybody's on the East Coast. Holy crap, we're all blind. The big cities in Australia are like Sydney, obviously, and then you've got Melbourne, Brisbane, and Perth. Adelaide's fairly big as well. I'd say that's probably the next one. And then you've got the capital, which is Canberra, but there's nothing to do there, unfortunately. There's a really, really great war history museum, but unfortunately that's up. Captain! Welcome! Welcome! Good to see you. How's the game programming going for you? I haven't talked to you about that in a while. Holy crap, Gordon, go! Alright, let's just take one of these fucking guys out. Jesus. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure why, but I want to say he lives around Darwin. Yeah, actually, I forgot all about Darwin. Do you know why I forgot about Darwin? It's already so hot where I live, I can't fathom a world that I would ever visit Darwin. It is apparently ridiculously hot there. Yeah, I don't do well with the heat. I really don't. You've been too busy playing Expedition 33! Look, I've heard Expedition 33 is so good, so I don't blame you. Sometimes you need a little R&R, and that sounds like the kind of game that would be perfect for it. I watched a few streamers play it early on, and then I was like, oh, I can't watch it anymore because I know one day I want to play this. Darwin sounds familiar. Love winter too much. I can't wait for a cozy stream, winter weather streaming. Oh yeah. It's our winter here. And it was, I think the high for today, excuse me, was around 76 Fahrenheit. Favorite RPG of all time. That's some big words, but I wouldn't doubt that. Like I said, I've heard so many people raving about that game. You hate winter. Oh, both sides of the spectrum. You guys fight it out for a second. I'm gonna take a really quick break and I will be right back. Alright, we're back. If there's a special section of hell just for me when I perish, it'll be cold instead of hot. Oh, imagine your luck. Oh, we need some heals. My goodness, do we need some heals. Oh, that's right, we're a lot weaker now. Don't do well with the heat. Need something in the middle. I would choose cold over heat, though. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I would choose cold over heat. It's so much harder to cool down. Like, obviously, air conditioning's awesome, but if the air conditioning is off here in the summer, it immediately becomes unbearable within 10 minutes. You can always put more clothes on. There's only so much you can take off. Yep, 100% agree. Oh... We might have to just take down one of these at this point. Well, I lived in Minnesota for 20 years before I moved here, so I've seen some awesome winters. And my first car was a Camaro, and driving that in the winter was an absolute nightmare of a time. Oh man, I remember there was one morning my brother he lost his license and he needed a lift to work, so I woke up at like 5 a.m. or something god awful. I drove him to work in my car, I dropped him off, and I was heading back home to sleep for a few more hours, and I hit this intersection that had just this like slight upward incline, and then it would plateau and then go down. And I just accelerated to get up onto the plateau, and the car just went whoop, did a complete 360. And thank goodness it was 5 a.m. because there was nobody around. And then I just slowly continued to drive away. First car was a Mustang. Oh yeah. Oh. Interstate driving in the winter can be a nightmare. Especially if sometimes you go under an overpass and it's like really like good. And then on the other side you might catch some wind and then like there'll be ice right on the other side. I don't miss winter driving. Don't. What we went last year end of October, and it was cold, but there wasn't any snow or anything yet. Oh, water. Yeah. Yep. If you just if you let your tires wear down a little bit too much, driving in the wet weather can get really bad. They're really strict on that stuff in Australia. Because you have to get your car registered every year. If it's an older car, they won't even let you drive if the tires are even close to being worn out. Oh, was last year pretty mild? That makes sense then. Oh, we're sitting pretty good still. Hopefully this is the way the princess is. We'll start to the left. Last summer here, every single day was over 30 degrees Celsius for about 8 months. I think that's like 84 degrees. Like every single day was that hot or hotter. There was never a day that was less than that. And then at night, it was just so surprisingly humid because we live in a bit more of a tropical area that it would just persist all night. I ended up sleeping in the living room some days because it was just too freaking hot and I needed the air conditioner on me directly. Yeah, it's toasty. That's toasty. The worst day I ever experienced here, it was a high of 44 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit off the top of my head. Blind bow. Let's try that. We'll give that to M's. It was 44 degrees Celsius, but that wasn't why it was super hot. Like, that's like, it sucks, but it didn't cool down below 40 until after midnight. Oh, there's the princess. And we, at the time, were living in a house with a pool. And the pool outside literally felt like you were swimming in piss. It was that hot. It was disgusting. 111? Yeah. That seems pretty close to right. I've been in hotter days in Vegas that are more bearable than that. Oh, nice. Hey! Thank you very much for the raid. Final Fantasy, we're playing. What were you playing, Cat? Shout out to Cat. Everybody go follow Cat. Appreciate you. What were you playing? I'm loving the wrestling references. Lies of P. That is another game that I need to one day look into. I've never played a Souls-like. I've never played a Souls-like, so that's a genre I need to get into. I know a lot of people liked that one when it came out, so that's awesome. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't followed Cat, go ahead and follow Cat. Cat's a legend. You're up to the 3rd boss. Nice. We are gonna heal a little bit because I'm a little bit scared of these chests now. We did just lose an hour and a half of progress. We were doing really well. I thought we were gonna clear this, and then we just hit that fight that we just couldn't do. Thief gloves. What do we got here? What do we got here? Lies of P is ace. Nice. You're not enjoying it. Oh, no. What's going on? Why are you down in the dumps? Tell me about it. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just temporary. That's what I'll say. Hopefully it's just temporary. Do we try these thief gloves out just to see how we go with them? They're a lot better. Holy crap, they're a lot better. At least for damage absorption, they're a lot better. Work related? That is so random that you said that, because we had a 3-hour meeting at work today, and it was about mental health and like how you speak to your coworkers and like just respect and empathy and all that sort of stuff. And it's amazing how everybody resonates differently with that. You want to quit, but you don't think you can bring yourself to do it. Yeah. I think a lot of people have been there at least once in their life. It's not good though. Like, it's such a, like, you feel trapped, especially because financially you need it. But I will say this. There's always jobs out there. Always. Yeah. Can we get in here? Break the bars. Broke the bar. Okay, this is a Japanese translation, so I'm not sure if everything translates over perfectly. I don't think we have anything to break it. You don't want to quit. You work in childcare, it's your passion, but the pay is shit, and so are the hours. I would like more working. You would make more working at a local McDonald's. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because yeah. It's kind of like that here a little bit sometimes. But I think if I remember correctly, you're in the States. I think it's exacerbated way more in the States. I think childcare here is pretty decent. Hey, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody in Australia, like, chime in. Let me know if I'm wrong. I don't think it's too bad. I think we need an oh. Those just moved. Did the bars move? They just, okay, they just randomly broke. Okay. Hurry up, we must go. Okay. Taking the princess to the airship, find the engine and throw the sunblaze to it and blow it. I'm getting ready to fly. Alright, you guys get the heck out of here. Yeah, you're in the States. Yep. Cat, Rude, what you're both talking about, I know someone who's experienced something very similar. As soon as they left their childcare job, they found a better paying job and they're much happier now. I think their true passion, though, not just being in childcare, but they probably wanted to be a mother more than anything else. So I think that's what they focus on now. I did beat TMNT. It was good. It was so rewarding to beat a game that I played as a kid, and it was a challenging game. It was a very challenging game. What am I doing here? But it was super rewarding to beat. Very rewarding. It ended up taking me about 18 hours, which I'm not really too fussed with that time because I really just enjoyed the game thoroughly. Yeah, for how much childcare is needed, you would think it would be a well-paying job. Continued to babysit, help the transition a bit. I can understand that. It's really weird, like, for me, I was 30 before I went back to, I think in the States you guys call it trade school, and I did something different for a career change. Yeah, I think over here, I think it's like 120. What is it? No, the last time I was told it's 90 bucks an hour for childcare here. Obviously that's Australia, so it's going to be different, and it could have changed since I last heard, but it's really expensive, and a lot of families rely on subsidization from the government to help them out. I don't have kids myself though, so my my knowledge and my accuracy on that might not be super up to date. I think I'm enjoying this one more than Final Fantasy 1. If I had to say which one I prefer, but it might just be because Final Fantasy 1 I was completely blind in the series. I had no idea what it was going. Like, I didn't even know that towns and castles were two different things. I left the castle and thought I was like looking for the next town straight away. Let's get rid of these mice. If we've got the princess, maybe we just explore this floor. We go out, we save. Because I'm still a little bit, like, scarred from all that time we lost. I don't want to lose it again. Nice, getting some good hits in here. Do-do-do-do. played something after TMNT. What did we play? We played Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. What a hidden gem that game is. If you enjoy platforming with a little bit of like throwing objects, what a game. Absolutely fantastic. And I remember the show as a kid too, so that helps. I used to watch that, and there was another one around the time I used to watch other than Chip and Dale. What was it called? I want to say it was called Tailspin. All the blinding going on right now. Oh my god. Oh, that's really nice, Rude. That's very generous. Always good to have people to talk to, and you know what? To be completely honest, sometimes talking to a stranger is really easy because they don't, you might not have to like interact with them on a day-to-day basis, and sometimes telling nobody, well, not nobody, but sometimes telling a stranger is better than telling somebody that you know, because they don't have a bias, they don't have a opinion on your life. It's kind of takes the pressure off of it. Chip and Dale. Yeah, that was a great game, man. Oh, I ended up finishing it in about 5 hours, I think. But that was just because I'm bad at platformers. If you were good at platformers, you could probably finish that game in 30 minutes, if you could clear it one shot. Maybe even quicker. Yep. Telling strangers is, yeah. It's definitely different. No, don't worry about that. I'll allow that. That's just my mod doing everything it wants. She's been so nice listening to me bitch and moan about stuff I'm going through. Oh, that's good. Welcome in. That's good. We got a cure. The only relatable thing I have about that is one time, this was probably like 5.5, 6 years ago. Holy crap, time flies. I know I was going through a really rough time in my life. Like, I was going through a separation. Like, I'd been with the person for 10 years, and I was walking on the beach, and I saw this girl sitting on the beach all by herself, and I was like, that's kind of random. It's not too often that people would just like, especially a girl, to sit on the beach all by themselves. So I just sort of like walked up to her, and I just like said, hey. I said, hey, I know it's not my place, but I was like, I just want to make sure you're okay. And she looked up at me, and she was like crying her eyes out. And she didn't really say anything. She just looked away. And I said, hey, I'm going to sit down, but you can tell me to go, and I'll just go. And I just sort of sat there for a few minutes with her in silence. And I just said, look, if it's about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I was like, whatever's going on, I guarantee you it'll get better. I said, whether you stay or go is totally up to you. But I was like, if they're making your life difficult to live, then you have to ask yourself if it's worth that trouble. And then we sort of delved into a lot of different stuff. I mostly did the talking, and I just kind of was like, as soon as she tells me to fuck off, to go away, I'll go away, because I don't want to be in somebody's space and they don't want me there. Anyways, we talked for like 20 minutes or so, and I ended up leaving because it was getting cold, and I was like, look, if I'm getting cold, you're probably getting cold too. And I was like, I'll let you go. And I got up and I walked a little bit, and she's like, no. She's like, I want to give you a hug. She's like, I appreciate you just sitting with me and talking to me. And I was like, oh, like, it was kind of nice to feel like maybe I had helped somebody a little bit, you know? Even if it was me just doing the talking, just having someone to sit next to while they process their own thoughts may have been super helpful for them. And because I don't know this person's name, I've never seen her again. I had never seen her before. And I told her, I was like, I'll never see you again. so you can tell me anything you want. And I said, or you can just sit there and you can, you know, just sit next to each other and listen to me babble on. When you live near the ocean, that's what I used to do when I was upset. Go sit on the beach. Man, I tell you what, I miss the ocean so much, but my situation now is better than where I was, so I'm not gonna wanna go back to that. But I used to love just going for a walk on the beach and just like sitting and just enjoying it. It was good. It was very good. I used to live about 10 minutes from the beach. Very nice beaches too. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's... Some people love it, some people hate it. I've met people who can't stand the beach. They're just like, no, I don't want to deal with sand, and I don't want to deal with the wind and things like that you tend to get on the beach. But yeah, I just found it very therapeutic. I loved it. I better deal with some of this stuff. Dude, yeah, we've got a couple more. Might as well do a bit of healing. Oh, that was the wrong one. Yeah, that'll do. Those people are wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sand feels so good on your feet. It really does. The only thing that sucks here is you get a lot of blue bottle jellyfish that wash up onto the beach quite often. So depending on if that's going on, sometimes you just don't have a choice. You gotta walk up really high on the beach just to avoid them, because they'll sting you, or like when you step on them, they'll kind of like, I don't know what they do exactly, but you can feel it. You can definitely feel it. I don't know the anatomy of what they're doing to you. Time to head off to bed. It's 5:30 in the... Well, it's nice to meet you too. I appreciate you stopping by the stream, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. 5:30. Get some sleep. I honestly haven't stayed up till 5:30 since probably World of Warcraft expansion. What was it called? Legion. That's probably the last time I did an all-nighter. Usually I'm tucked into bed by 10 p.m. every day. Alright, we just gotta get this guy down. These paralyzers are killing us. Up to watch Razor beat Mass Effect 2, then had to watch Cat for a bit. Now you have to listen to your body. Hey, that's totally fair. That's totally fair. Ain't no judgment here. Get some sleep. Take care of yourself. If there's anything really great that's coming out of this, there's a ludicrous amount of money going on here. So we're gonna head out. We're gonna save, and then we'll come back in and grind out for a little bit longer. See if we can get some strength back. Everything we lost. I'm really looking forward to the 16-bit era of Final Fantasy. I feel like the game's gonna open up so much more. Nice. Get rid of that damn Geist. That was a good hit too. We better heal up a little bit. Do one more. When I first came in here, I was talking to these purple dudes, and they're all like insanely strong, so I was dying every time I tried. I did it like 2 times in a row until I realized you're supposed to just walk by them. Let's try something a little different. Let's see if we can fire this guy here. I don't know if they're susceptible to fire. We'll try fire and ice. Oh, nice hit. Well, not ice. Yeah, fire will do it. Do. Let's get some fire on that bad boy. And then who else had fire? I think it was her. Yeah. Oh, didn't kill him. None of these blinds are hitting, which is great. Just applied for a new job. That is awesome. That's like some initiative, hey. That is some absolute initiative. You know what was surprisingly one of the best jobs I'd ever had? Walmart. I worked overnights at Walmart for 9 months, and I fucking loved it. It was great. Obviously, it depends who you work with a job like that. I need you to move, sir. Are we stuck in here now? No way. No way. He's not moving. If we're stuck in here now, I don't think I'll get out. Pays $4 more, has way more hours, and you'd still be doing childcare. Nice. Good luck. Hope it works out, genuinely. As it stands, you only work a max 4 or 5 hours a day. 14 hours, yeah. Oh, $14 an hour? Yeah, okay. I don't know what's good in the States, to be completely honest with you. My frame of reference for that is like so far gone. Wow, okay. I mean, if the new job's even better, hell yeah. Yeah, working the 3 to 5 hours. That dude's not moving at all. I can either try and fight my way out in hopes that I can save this, or... I don't know what to do here. Most I've ever made in a paycheck is 600. Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit torn here what to do. Oh, if I push through, it could take like another hour. Let's go. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat that guy getting out. That's my hunch anyways. This is about to get real interesting. Obviously it's different everywhere you go, but when I was living in the States, the most I had paid for rent, this was 20 years ago. Maybe 19 years ago. I was paying $350 for rent on a little 1-bedroom apartment that was like underneath somebody else's apartment. I would imagine prices have gone up substantially since then though. And like it wasn't like a new place or a nice place or anything like that. It was just a very like run-of-the-mill, it's enough to get you by kind of thing. $1,300 for a 1-bedroom plus electric. Yeah. Actually, that sounds very similar to what my mom was talking about a couple years back. She was talking about she couldn't find a place for under $1,000 a month. That's ludicrous. That is so expensive. Yeah, hopefully with the new job, things get a little bit better for you. One thing I did notice when I came back to the States last time, now I have a small sample size of just, you know, Minnesota, but the cost of living was really expensive compared to 10 years ago. I feel like 10 years ago, things were a lot more reasonable. I don't know what it's been like for you guys since like COVID, but over here, everything since COVID just went like through the roof prices. Yeah, everything's stupid expensive. We went to Japan, oh man, nearly 3 months ago now, and everything's so cheap over there. It's insane. Absolutely insane. At least as far as like food and like getting around was really affordable. Obviously the hotels and stuff that we stayed in were a little bit more expensive. Yeah, I better heal up. We might be able to get to where we need to go a little quicker than I thought. We are still so much weaker than the first time when we died. I can't get over this sprite. It's so stupid looking, this cat. Those whiskers are ridiculous. And is that meant to be its tail on the side, or like its foot hooking out? It's gotta be its tail. So it's got like a split forked tail, like a snake tongue. Nice hit. Do. That's probably almost dead, to be honest. Oh no! Don't hit with the sleep. Dang it. Come on. Oh, we just passed the 20-hour mark. Good night, kitty. Oh my gosh, it's still alive. There we go. You're not surviving this time, kitty. Nice. Yeah, give us some levels. I feel like I'm going a different way than I originally went, but I don't remember where I went. Oh wow, they got some big upgrades. Might do one more on Theo. That'll do. Oh, maybe this is the same way. I'm not really remembering though. See if we can get lucky and take these two geists out at the back. No! do. Oh, did anybody have status effects? Nope, good. I'll just double check. I don't think it's gonna let me save in here. I didn't think so. Wow, we just walked for ages before we got that fight. That was really good. Actually, take this guy out first. Ah, one shot. Do, do. Do, do, do. Oh yeah, it's over this way, I think. We can probably just avoid those chests to see if we can get this cleared. And then just come back and do like another clear to help like continue to grind a bit up. Like the main thing here is to try and get out of here and save it. Because if I lose another, well, right now we're nearly at an hour and a half again. Oh, sorry, no, we're at nearly an hour now that we'd lose if we die. How we doing? 290, 44. Yeah, we're alright. Might have to save, or sorry, might have to heal after this one. This could be a nasty fight. That wasn't too bad. That one should be almost dead. I said that about the last cat, though, too. Who'd you hit? Who'd you hit? Gordon. Gordon's just down there trying to survive. Trying to throw some arrows every now and again. It ends that time. Oh. And Theo. Oh, it hit more than one. Shit. Alright, well, let's take this guy out for sure. Do 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 do. Got out of that one. Took a bit of damage, but not too bad. Better do some healing. Levels. Give us the levels. I love it. Do 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 do. Do another one on M's just in case. Oh, probably should do one on Gordon as well. I didn't realize he was getting that low. Nice. Alright, so this maze here is what we gotta get through. Now, these eagles weren't too bad the last time we were in here, but I think we're weaker now than we were then. Alright, we'll hope 2 hits can just finish that one off. Well, we got out of this one without too much damage. Alright, I'm gonna take a really quick break, guys, and I will be right back, and we're gonna try and get ourselves out of this damn dungeon. Be right back. Alright, let's get back into this. Let's see if we can get to the end of this. I'm sick of you cats, I'll tell you that much. Were cats. That was a good hit. Oh, that would have been real close to killing it. No, maybe not. Nice. Okay, so the bow can make them blind. I don't know if I realized it could even do that before. Poison 2. Alright, we'll take care of that quick. I think we've got some purifications in our inventory. We do. Oh, thanks, Rude. Appreciate that. Yeah, move around. I gotta do the same. If I don't move around a lot, my back will start killing. Actually, we're gonna use one of these cures. Yellow's like the worst color for a rat. It don't look good. I was just commenting on their appearance. They're pretty interesting looking. Piss rats. That's what they remind me of. I'm not a huge fan of yellow in general. I'm becoming more of a fan of yellow. But yeah, for a long time, yellow was my least favorite color. It's weird to have. Is it weird? It's weird to have a least favorite color. Yeah, okay, I get you. There's a woman that I work with, and she's just so nice, like the nicest person ever, and her favorite color is yellow. And she's always got, like, whenever we do meetings at work, she's always got like yellow flowers behind her, and it's brought me around a little bit. I'm not gonna go out of my way and make anything, like, I would never buy a yellow car. That's just me, though. I don't care what everybody else likes. They can like whatever they want. My favorite color is purple. I love purple. Actually, there's a lot of purple on this chat. I think a lot of people love purple. Yep. Yep, I feel like a lot of people I meet now love purple. Any bright colors, except yellow. That's fair, that's fair. Alright, let's just take one of these guys out. I feel like purple just stems from growing up being a Vikings fan. Just get so used to staring at those purple jerseys. It's just natural. And then I was a Lakers fan for years as well, and they were purple and gold. Oh, better heal that. Oh, we're not doing too bad yet. We'll see how much more we can go. You're sorry I grew up a Vikings fan. Look, me too. Nothing but heartbreak and sorrow. Nothing good ever happens to us. We're always like getting to the playoffs and then losing. Always. It's our destiny. I say we as if I play the game. No. They the team. Perpetual losers. I still cheer for him though. But I mean, if you're a Midwest fan, your choices are, you know, the Lions, the Bears, the Packers, and the Vikings. Unless you just completely go astray and you're just like a Kansas City fan or a 49ers fan or something random like that. Broncos fan. At least the Broncos have won a Super Bowl. He had some good times in the late 90s with John Elway. Oh, what a hit. This mage is gonna disappear. Nice. Starting to get some good hits going here. I tried to keep up with sports, but when I came to Australia, it got infinitely harder. And now I pretty much only watch highlights. Surprisingly, I watch a bit of WWE, which I wouldn't have expected to slowly get back into as I get older. Some of the old stuff is crazy good. Like, I love the old wrestlers. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do one more heal on Theo. See how we go. Get there. Get there. Yes. Through the sun blaze into the engine. Uh-oh. Remember, you have not won yet. John? Let's go, hurry, it's blowing up. Run to Sid's airship. Do we not have a big battle? Do we just get to leave? Oh, I just realized something. We're not gonna get to come back into this. Oh well, it is what it is. At least we can get out of here and save. Oh yeah. Look at that cutscene. This is cinema. Where are we going? Where does it put us? It looks like we're back at Altea. Oh, I must have gone all the way around the globe. Okay, alright. Well, let's have a chat to the princess here. Do, 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 do. Oh, she's not in there. Maybe Mingwu knows where she is. King says, Gordon, Mingwu, Ark, I have to talk to you. King says, Gordon, please take the commands of the rebellions. I think he means take charge of the rebellions. I think it's the time to reveal that Extal. Please go to Dist. There must be a dragon left from that massacre. Dragoon? This is translated really rough, but we can kind of get the gist. You'll need Dragon and Dragoon to help you. Hilda. Your Majesty. Gordon says we cannot be crying forever. Gordon, I'll leave you behind. Let's go and carry out each mission. Okay. Well, Hilda was on the airship with us, wasn't she? She not? Oh, who's this? Whoa, it's Gordon. Has he taken the throne? When the Emperor attacked Dist at the first time, everyone thought that it's just a discord. But the Emperor meant to massacre all the Dragoon from the beginning. To note down that. Is that it? Yeah. I hear that the dragons understand the language of the dragon. No way. The dragons speak the dragon. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm stoked that I actually got through that. So, it's a good time. Well, actually, you know what? We better save it. We better leave and save. But yeah, happy I finally progressed. We did miss some loot there, but it is what it is. Getting through that was more important than clearing everything. Save completed. Alright, we'll pick it up here when we get back. I'll be back in a couple of days. Thanks again for the raid from Kat. If you didn't give her a follow, give her a follow. And if you're not already following me and you want to see more, hit that follow button. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And until next time, enjoy yourselves.